variety of issues when you're going to make a tough decision like that. You know, there's competition at every position. We've been studying the competition since the spring, and we just felt it was in the best interest of the team. Richard, I'll just say this, has been an ultimate pro, guy that I have as much respect for him as any guy that I've had the opportunity to be around and coach, both on and off the field, and we wish him the best down the road.
You talk about where the secondary is at, especially compared to this time last year.
Well, I still think we're making decisions as the preseason unfolds here. We've got some veteran players that we talked to this morning, and we've told everybody in the secondary that our veterans players have got to step up and play their best football, and the young players have got to realize that this isn't college football where you're going to sit, you're going to watch for a while. You know, if you're going to be ready to play, you need to show it and demonstrate it right now. So I feel that we've got a number of players capable in the group. We've got to be more consistent across the board, and that's what we're looking for here this week as we go get ready for this game against Tampa.
So you don't necessarily see big improvement yet. You think if the potential's there? But...
I think we can be better than we were as we began the season last year, but there's still work to be done.
So what personnel are you looking at?
Well, you know, we still have a variety of guys that play nickel. You know, we've got different ways of deploying our personnel. Dimitri has played nickel in the past. Jimmy Wilson played over 500 snaps for us last year on defense. A lot of that in the nickel package. We've got guys like Will Davis that have been playing the nickel spot. You know, so there's a variety of options we have. It's just a matter of how it all unfolds. And sometimes in the nickel package, you play different guys at that particular nickel position based on the personnel that the other team has. You might play with a bigger guy in certain situations on first and second down and go with a more of a cover guy on third down. So there's different options that we have that we've got to see here as we go through the last couple of weeks and then get prepared for Cleveland.
Kevin, I know there's a business end to this league, but are you a better secondary today without Richard Marshall than you were yesterday with him?
Every decision that we make is based on improving the team. I think we've done that.
What'd you mark Taylor the last week or so since he's been back out?
We see a guy that's got a lot of promise, just as we hoped he would. Again, he hasn't had enough snaps for us to totally evaluate what his role might be as we begin. But certainly, we believe as he develops and gets more and more experience and more reps, that he's going to be able to contribute for us this year.
Defense has been pretty good through 3 games. What do you want to see from your starters on Saturday?
Same thing that we had last week. You know, the thing that I was happy about last week was that, you know, we had talked about the fact that Houston was a team that historically starts very fast in the opening drive, and they did. They hit us, got out of the huddle fast, they were on the ball, they completed a pass, they hit a run against us on the second play, and then someone stepped up and made a big play. Brent Grimes made a great interception. But then for the rest of the time that they were in there, and they played approximately 14 snaps or so, that was by design, I think we dominated in the rest of those series that we had. And then they came back in on a critical third down that we had planned to do. Wanted to see them in a nickel situation, have to go up, make a stop, and we were able to do that. Dimitri came up with a big play. So when you look at the big picture, I've been pleased with the number one group thus far. We'd like to see the consistency continue here as we play Tampa this week, and you know, do a better job overall in the run defense. You know, we gave up a 9-yard run, but then the rest of the runs they had the other night, they only rushed the ball 4 times against the ones were +1, and maybe a -2 or something like that. So overall, it was pretty good, but we got to be consistent. We can't give up a 9-yard run. We can't give up some of the longer runs we've given up earlier in camp.
Kevin, as September 8th gets closer and closer, do you think less of Deion Jordan because he's not being able to get out there? Do you think plan less for him?
Well, you know, there's always going to be a plan A, plan B, plan C as you approach the season. And we have a plan in place to utilize Deion, provided that he's up and ready to go. I think he's making strides with his rehab and working with our trainers and strength coaches. So we're ready to implement that plan if, in fact, we get the green light. If not, we're proceeding as if we wouldn't have them in another plan. And, you know, that's just part of football. You know, when the guy goes down, you got to have a plan one person doesn't necessarily completely alter your game plan. So there's other people that can play the role that we had originally planned for Dion as well on the current